Three, two, one. We are. It is recording as of this
Hey, let's go.
as of this moment.
Episode number 2. I'm glad to be back on the
It's
Wackofan
episode
podcast. Talking to
11.
my episode 2 for me. But glad to be back.
Yeah. Apology for our 2 loyal viewers. You won't be able to see the little green circle anymore because Discord updated their shit and it's fucking stupid now. So it's just for some reason brown box with his profile picture. So apologies, you won't see the little green to notify when he's speaking. I don't know why it would matter, but I'm sure people would complain. Trenton would complain. Trenton's the complainer. Yeah, it's been, I think you were on episode 3, actually. You were early on.
I think, yeah, I was way early.
I know you were the first, like, person who wasn't Zach or Trenton, because they're, like, the ones, my backups. I call them the co-hosts.
Gotcha.
If I can't get a guest, I get them, or if I just feel like, I don't feel like having a conversation with them, I guess. I don't know if I want to talk about making music.
Zach's probably better at holding conversations than Trenton if what you said is still hold.
I don't understand what you mean by that. Are you roasting Trenton?
Yeah, I mean, you said Trenton was shit at holding conversations, but
no,
it'd get awkward or something.
I wouldn't say he's bad at holding conversations. He's actually quite good, but the conversations would like stop, and I'd have to like loop it into something else. But in the Scuffed Cast episode, it was essentially me and him just talking with Zach intermittently going, "Guys, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it, guys. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Let me leave real quick." And he'd leave in the middle of the episode, come back, and it was me and Trenton just talking about whatever the fuck we wanted.
The multi-one episode that you should have asked.
Yeah, but I needed an episode out, so I kept it. Hopefully this one isn't a repeat. Hopefully this isn't as bad. It shouldn't be, given the fact
It should be, yeah.
Our internet seems to be top tier. So
yeah.
Well, I wrote down a bunch of. I wrote down a plethora of topics. I didn't totally just write 4 bullet points down 5 seconds before we started recording. Not at all. But I'm going to talk about something right now that's relevant and that I've seen.
Yeah.
No, you don't know what it's not what you think it is. It's actually something that'll make you feel nothing but anger and hatred and anxiety.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about your job.
Oh my
And wait,
God.
Not because I want to torture you, but because I'm starting mine tomorrow. I have to get up at 7 Lowe's in the flooring department.
Flooring?
Yeah. I'm essential now. Woo, woo. I wanted to essentially, I want some pro tips. What's it like working during a pandemic and everyone is scared of death?
Well, personally, at the Price Chopper, in the deli specifically, like, there's a lot more. I mean, it's just kind of like subtle things that just change that you wouldn't really like. Like over time, it's like you realize like, oh, there's like a lot of shit going down, huh? But like because it's like been implemented like over time so much, you're like, oh, okay, well they're just doing that, you know. But so for example, first they we've always had to wear gloves in the deli since we're working with like food and shit.
Meats and
so
such.
that hasn't been a problem. But first they like started like cleaning everything down a lot more, which they probably should do anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Cleaning shit down like a lot, you know, and then we got the plexiglass barriers on the registers, which I don't know why they put one at, because we have a register at the deli, and it's mine and my coworkers' opinion that we're working with food anyway.
Yeah, no.
Like the plexi, we have to like go like it's so awkward. You can't like there's a little hole to like put money and like stuff through. But like to give people like their shit, you kind of like gotta look around the plexiglass. So like it doesn't do anything at the end of the day. But so I think, and my coworkers think, that we shouldn't even have it in the first place because one, we're working with food. Two, it doesn't work at all. And then even at the register, like take for example a Hy-Vee. When I've been there a couple times, you go through the line. They've got all the social distancing stuff, but if you go in the store at Hy-Vee, man, you can't social distance, man. It's a struggle. At Price Chopper, we're pretty slow. So, but once you get into the line though to check out at Hy-Vee, you can. They got the little like spots on the floor, like stay 6 feet apart. Do.
Yeah, okay.
But
like that's happening.
Yeah, like that's happening.
Some kid
it isn't.
Sneezes on the freaking elderly lady next to him.
For real. But once you get into the line at the register and the belt, like you're talking to the person, like the plexiglass like doesn't get in the way. Like the only people who are really doing a good job of all this, of like staying removed from everything, are like drive-throughs and takeouts at like
yeah, I see the
in stores.
It's a cesspool there. It's unavoidable.
Yeah,
you can't
in stores. It like we do our best, but you really can't avoid it. Like there has to be the interaction. I mean, I'm not worried at the like so. To go back to the original thing, what we've done, the social distancing, the plexiglass. The most recent thing is that they have to take your temperature before.
That's strange.
You clock in.
I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
Before you go to, because it's weird. It's weird. Like, I'll clock in and then they take my temperature. So like, what if I do have a temperature? I gotta like immediately clock out. Like
you worked for 30 seconds, you get a penny.
Yeah, like for real. Like what should I just like? I don't understand that, but we have been starting to take our temperature, and that's kind of like whoa. And to my understanding, Hy-Vee and Walmart have started with mandatory masks for employees, but we haven't done that yet. It'll probably be next week though.
Yeah, it's probably when they're gonna start. I believe our county. Don't want a county drop, but our county is going to. I think May 3rd is when they're lifting quarantine.
It's May 15th. I'm pretty sure.
I think they dropped it down to the 3rd. I heard on the TV. I don't care. It doesn't affect me because I'm gonna be jumping in tomorrow into the workforce. So
yeah, I mean,
doesn't
like,
affect
I've had to work through all of this, so I really don't care when they lift it or when not. Like, I mean, we're just gonna get a little bit busier. I'm gonna have a little more hours, because I get to leave early now, which is nice because we're slow as fuck at Price Chopper. But
getting people's always makes the day go faster because you're actually doing shit.
Yeah.
I presume
but
working in
nice
deli
to like get through all my shit and like have like pretty fast,
Mm-hmm. Do you how long do you work? Like, what's your average shift length?
Recently, let's see, but like when I just like spring break, like when I started, I think. I did like a couple, like maybe 3 40-hour weeks, and then this whole shit started. And then I got put on nights, so I did another 40-hour week. But then I got put on mornings, so we've been like slow as all hell. Cause like when you work nights, you come in and you have to close at a certain point, so you can't like leave early. But
The Lowe's is like
when
that
I
too.
work when I work in the morning, they're like, "Oh, well, we're slow as hell, so just fucking leave," you know. So I do
Yeah.
that, and I'm happy. I'm happy to leave because I don't really want to like be there longer than I have to. I mean, I'm working 6 hours versus 8. It's like $20 difference.
Yeah.
I'd rather get the 2 extra hours of free time. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really fucking worried about. But yeah,
Oh,
in the
sorry.
deli,
Okay.
it's fine. I mean, people like I don't know. There's like people like the nicer people have gotten nicer, and the shittier people have gotten shittier.
Employees or customers?
Customers,
I would presume so. Nicer people are
yeah.
going to be like, oh, I got to be more courteous. They're essential. They're probably stressed as shit. And then the mean people are like, fuck, I gotta get my shit right now. And they're raging and shit.
Granted, we don't get a lot of shitty people into Price Chopper, thankfully.
Yeah.
Um,
When I worked at Walmart, it was bad. This wasn't during Corona. This was multiple
yeah,
summers ago, and
yeah.
I would
Wow,
just
holy shit.
daily it'd be like some idiot because I worked in lawn and garden. They'd be like, "This flower has one less petal than the others. Can I get a $5 discount?" And I had to explain to this irrational lady that that's not how pricing works, and we don't get to choose until a certain point, and then we can mark it down. And she doesn't understand that. So the manager comes, says exactly what I said, and she starts yelling at
Yeah,
me, not the manager. And I get paid 11 an hour, bro. I don't give a shit. I would let you take the damn thing, but that's not how it works. I can't. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Retail,
Today.
bro.
Oh
Retail.
my god, today there was the shittiest fucking dude. All right, it just happens that he was black. All right,
Why'd you bring
but
it up if you're gonna?
I
Guys.
mean, he was okay. Well, forget it. Anyway, he was a cranky old man, right?
Yeah.
So I don't see him because he's smaller, and I'm not looking up as much since we're slow, and I don't expect a lot of customers.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally I miss some people. But he comes down to where I am, and he's like, uh, "You got it? You got anybody that can work the hotcase? Is anybody working it?" And I just thought to myself, like, bro, we don't have enough people for like somebody to just stand at the hot case, where all like the chicken and
No one's
like
supposed to stand there, right?
steamed veg. Yeah, under normal circumstances, if we like were busy like Hy-Vee and had like continual like customer flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't get busy enough to have like somebody just stand there at the hot case. Like if anything, like the person who should be doing that is the cook that should come out like pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the people that are doing like prep, like making the pre-made sandwiches and meals and crap, and the person who's doing like the salad bowls, and me who's cutting the meat, usually get stuck with helping people out at the hot case. So we got to stop what we're doing, take off our gloves, if our gloves are messy as hell, get on new ones, walk all the way fucking down. Sometimes people are just looking, and it's really fucking annoying. But this old guy,
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
and I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you. What can I get for you? How can I help you? Like standard shit, right? It just this guy, man.
Was he just a dick?
Anyway, he was just a fucking asshole. So I go and I'm helping him, and he's mumbling, and he's got his mask on, and I'm picking up on the conversation because I'm like basically like jumping over the goddamn like counter,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and he's like being confused about the prices since we've got like a well, right, of the thing, and we've got two things on the well. We've got bone-in like wings, and we've got baked barbecue chicken, right? And I pick up on that he wants 2 baked barbecue chicken breasts, and I'm like, yes, we have the breasts, and he's like talking about something like $6.99. And I'm like, oh, the wings are $6.99, and he's like, can you weigh it out? And I'm like, no, sir, the breasts are $2.29 a piece. And then he's like, he gets all like little mad at me, but I'm like already going to get a box, right, to put his fucking breasts in. But then I turn around and he's like, well, if you don't want to wait on me, you don't have to, you know. And then he's like storming off, right?
That's weird. He sounds like.
And then he eventually comes back around, and my coworker waits on him, and then he has the fucking audacity while I'm right there, and this time he's yelling up a storm, right? And I'm right there, and he's gossiping to my coworker. Not gossiping, I mean like
ranting.
Telling my coworker about how I didn't wait on him, even though I was literally, while he was walking off, I was about ready to fucking put his damn baked chicken breast in the box, like, for Christ's sake. Like,
that is, that's like infuriating. Just hearing about that.
Oh my god, I was so fucking pissed, man. And then even more, he goes and makes a scene at customer service and has my manager has talked to me and everything, and I'm like, yeah, he was just an idiot, you know. Fucking infuriating.
The managers, half the time when that happens, it's the managers go up and they're like, I know this is bullshit, but I gotta do it, like, save face.
I mean, thankfully, yeah, my manager was basically like, I mean, I heard from the customer what happened, but like after like obviously they're stupid, and yeah. That's only the second like actual complaint I've gotten in the time that I've been working there, so I think that's pretty good. You know, I'm not like trying to fucking like make people mad here. You know, I was getting his damn chicken. You know, I just thought he was confused about a price. You know, I was just trying to help the guy, and he's getting all fucking mad at me and shit.
It's like those type of people, like, if you could do everything right, they'd find something to get pissed about. It's just how it is. Angry customers are just angry customers. There's usually, there's like, oh, I had a bad day at work today, that's why I'm angry. Like, bro, it doesn't give me an excuse to be a dick to randos. Like, what? You can't do that? That's not how it works. Yeah. But it's just an L you have to take when you work, like, in a place like a retail store, like a grocery store.
I had let it go like 5 seconds after he walked away, but you know, it still pisses you off. Yeah.
I think it's funny when I have those encounters. I'm like, this is like a good story to tell later. That's what I think. But,
yeah.
I'm gonna jump topics.
It just gets to me though.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And then
shit like
of
that
course I mean, I don't like giving those vibes to people either, so I went and destroyed myself on a run today that cleared my system. So
man, you got a
jumping topics.
You got a healthy vent system, just like Ollie. Yeah. Ollie also runs when he's stressed. So, I'm gonna jump to something less stressful. Twitch. You've been doing it again recently.
Yes, I have.
And you look like you will enjoy it when you're not doing homework on stream.
Yeah. So the last time I streamed was on Monday, I believe. I think I did it on Monday, didn't I?
I believe so. Yes. I think I missed that one because I always see the tweet late.
I mean, it was short and sweet because I looked into what I had to do. And it was so bullshit. And I was like, no fucking way. I'm just take the credit option, you know? So I did that instead.
I don't even know what that is. I don't think I have that option, whatever that is.
So if I have a C or better in the class after the midterm, you have the option to take the class just for credit and it not affect your GPA at all.
Oh, okay.
So that's... Dude, this okay, so it's my economics classes. I mean,
It started with Twitch, and you're ranting again. You're just angry. You're an angry man.
I'm angry.
This is the
I'll get back to
rant
Twitch.
episode. Rant episode.
I'll get back to Twitch, but this bitch. Her fucking classes were so easy, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
the grade was 60% is quizzes, which she gives you the answers to, and the rest is like tests, and like 5% is group work.
Yeah.
And the tests are the questions on the quizzes that you have the answers to. So it's like cheese beyond cheese beyond cheese of a class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what she wants us to do for our culminating project, quote unquote, to get the rest of our grade. I mean, I guess I could have just not done it and gotten a 75%, but I didn't really want to do that. But it was so crap. Like, she wanted, I'm taking 2 economics classes with the same person. So bear in mind, I have to do this bullshit twice over for basically the same fucking thing. So it's we have to read a Wall Street Journal article, summarize it in 2, like she has word count minimums and maximums that are only like 100 words apart, so that's kind of bullshit.
That's weird.
Number one.
Maximums
but
is strange.
Yes, so like 200 to 300 words for a summary, first off, and then it all has to be in her format or she won't accept it, you know. And then it's 3 other questions where we have to do outside research on top, and cite our shit MLA style, and like the questions are like basic bitch, like yes or like stuff about like Monopoly, like, oh, if one thing controlled the if one company controlled the economy, would the economy be good or bad, or something stupid like that, you know? It's like, maybe no, maybe would it be good for competition? Probably, I think is what the actual question was. Can you believe that? Like,
would it be good for competition if there was a monopoly?
Yeah,
that's like not
for real.
That
It was along those lines, like.
That's brain dead if that was an actual question.
I know, but I looked through questions and it was like, on average, 500 to 600 words per question. So that's 1,800 words, and then that's before you gotta put in your. She doesn't even count like the quotes that you get from your sources.
That's strange.
Well,
I guess that's not, but
you know, I was gonna be like, you know, if she didn't tack that on, I might have done it because, you know, I'd just get a fucking fat ass quote, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
it just sounds tedious.
It was the most bullshit thing.
I had to do something similar, but nothing that
I was just
bad.
like, you know, I've had to work through all this Corona shit. It shouldn't matter to my major at all. Like, they're basically gen eds and like no consequence, like major. You just need to check the box classes.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was like accounting 400 or something where it's like fucking like mandatory. I should probably have a B in this class, or, you know, fucking people are gonna be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
you were like, this shit don't matter.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Well, when you're not suffering through homework on Twitch, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
like
before
the streams where I like did homework and did have like actual homework that I was like could do.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay, you know, and it was fine. I was like, you know, I'm just vibing, like doing some homework, right? You know, it's not like terrible, but I'm not about to fucking suffer through
holy shit,
shit on stream. But
my eye, my allergies. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I I wish I really wish I could stream more, but my Mac is just so shit. Like the only thing I can stream would probably be like is just my desktop and doing shit.
You know, it'd be a really
Or,
fun stream.
Like what?
Fucking investing in Uno on Steam. Because you know that game doesn't take much to run, obviously. It's fucking Uno. And everyone gets Uno. You and the squad. Boom. Uno stream. Like, shenanigans, catching that you get the Discord audio in. Like, that shit would be fucking hilarious. I've had that idea, but I don't want to drop the money on Uno. That's the problem. Because I wouldn't play it except on stream, and I don't stream enough. So it's like,
I have Town of Salem as well, and that's kind of a similar thing.
Yeah, I did that. I didn't stream it, but I played that with friends a couple times, and it's fun.
Yeah, but basically the only things that I can play are like, I mean, I guess I can play Enter the Gungeon, but bear in mind it's going to be shit quality and probably like frame skipping. But you know, it might be watchable to an extent.
Yeah.
But that's really it. I can stream my desktop and do something. I can play RPG Maker, or I can do like a visual novel. That's my Mac capabilities.
That can be your shtick, man.
It can.
Tips, bro. All you gotta do is be entertaining. It doesn't fucking matter what you stream. You could stream you rolling dice over and over, and just like every time you get an snake eyes, like 2 dice. Every time you get snake eyes, you write it on a counter, and you have to do it for like how many hours, and whatever it is, like haha, just something fucking stupid and tedious. But if like you bring the content to the table, shit, people like to watch. Yeah. But I do it because I think it's fun to like have my friends join in and watch me play games and fuck around. I have a new game. I have a new game that I think I'm going to stream.
Oh damn,
bro.
That horror one was actually cool.
It
is.
I
really liked that.
But since it's like a beta or like a Kickstarter, I don't know what the fuck. It's like an early access game. It takes all your computer power. So when I play it off stream, runs fine, 100%. I can even full screen the damn thing. But when I play on stream, it goes, it starts chugging. I have to put it in the little window down in the corner, and everyone's like, fuck, what's it say? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I can barely read the damn shit. I'm like on stream doing this. Like trying to read shit. I'm like, oh, a scary monster popped up. I can barely fucking see it though. Like I'm doing that shit. And I was like, fuck, man, I can't do that. I feel like I'm being a fucking I feel like I'm just like wasting people's time. So I couldn't do it. I don't think I'm gonna stream it again. It's a fun game to play. I played it like the next day, like just for like 3 hours. I was like, I figured out how the systems work. Shit's actually really fun. Highly recommend it. It's like $10 or something. It's really good.
I don't know if I got $10 for it, but
I got a new game, also a horror game, and I know, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I gotta give incentive to the people to hop in. You know.
Yeah.
This shit will slap dummy hard. I'm talking, it's like a visual novel, okay? But it's not. It's scary. So, and like you click around on shit. This shit was bumping. So this game was a thing on YouTube like 2012. Like this was like one of those things like Markiplier and shit. Like they'd play that shit. But I don't know if you played it, but you know those big YouTube gamers, like they play that shit because haha, it's popular, get clicks, you know. But I looked at it, I'm like, I used to like watch all those streams, watch those videos, but it's been so long, and I saw it on the store recommended because I was playing that horror game, and I'm like, yo, it's that game, and I bought it because it was like dirt fucking cheap, and it's a good stream game. You'll know it. I bet you'll know what it is when I stream it. So look forward to that. But
I will.
Shit slaps. I started it up to make sure it worked. It runs fine. I even test streamed. Like I opened OBS at the same time and I recorded a little bit. It works. Smooth as a fucking butter. Green coming out. But shit'll be good. Look forward to it. Link it on Twitter when it's out. But so we barely touched on your Twitch, but let's do I actually want to. What's the dream? What's the dream with if you had okay, I don't obviously within limits. Say you have a good computer and money to spare. You can buy games and you can stream whatever game you want. You have a good computer, can run it. What's the dream? What's the dream stream?
The dream stream. Wow. Well, I'd probably want two monitors, one for chat and shit, and then the other for the actual game.
I use a fucking TV, like a small TV I have sitting next.
Because right now I have to pull up chat and notifications on my phone, and have it like right here. So when I'm like looking at chat, I'm like looking at the fucking desk, and it's super stupid looking. But two monitors. Streamlabs is on Mac now, so I'd be set with Streamlabs on my computer or whatever it is.
Well, this is the dream setup. You don't have to. You can be limited by. You can buy like a. In this hypothetical dream scenario, you can have a super epic gaming PC or some shit. Like this is hypothetical.
I mean, I don't know if I really want like a super duper epic looking thing, but
You don't. Yeah.
if I do, it's got to have like anime shit all over it, right?
You got a rep.
It's got to have it's got to have like something or other. Probably Kana all over it from Dragon Maid, but and pink probably.
This time I have like
Pink.
like
Pink's a guy color, right? Right?
it was in the 1800s. It was blue for girls and pink for guys back then. They switched it for some reason. I don't remember why. It was on a YouTube video I watched. Hey,
all right.
pink, rock that shit because
I do.
nothing's golfers always wear pink shirts. If you go golfing, hot damn, there's a guy with a pink shirt. It's just you can rock it all you want. But yeah, that's what's your dream game? Like or not game, whatever.
Dream game. Well, game that I most want to stream. I don't know. I've most wanted to play Cities Skylines. I don't know if I want to stream that.
I mean, that's a top tier stream game from what I've seen.
I don't know if I want to stream that though. I mean, since I know so much, like when I get my not amazing computer, but when I get a computer, that's better than my Mac. You bet your ass, I'm fucking buying Fallout 4 again, not 76, even though it seems like it's runnable now on their new update. But you bet your ass I'm going to be playing.
I was one of those fucking idiots who pre-ordered it.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I played it first week, played it, dropped it, haven't touched it since. I booted up for the first time in forever because I heard that new update came out. It's the same, but with people now. And there's dedicated players like level 100 dudes and power armor and shit. But I'm like, I don't know if I could play, and I haven't touched it since. So. I don't know fucking know.
Yeah. If I were to play Fallout 76, I'd want like it to be in an environment where I get like a shitload of friends together, like a Minecraft server, and just it be us, you know.
Mm-hmm. My dream is a Minecraft stream. I can't run Minecraft and OBS at the same time because for all who don't know, I'm running off of a laptop right now.
Yeah, but
yeah.
My dream stream game probably will be Fallout 4 and 100%ing that because I haven't for real 100 like when I say 100%, I don't mean all achievements. I mean like finding and clearing every location in all the DLC and like probably getting to level 100 and all achievements, of course. And maxing out all companions. I don't know if there's anything else, but
yeah, that sounds like it'd be like a fun, like long, like super long, like months in the making thing to watch, like the whole progress.
Yeah, because I've played out of Fallout 4 on my Xbox. It's probably the most played game I besides Minecraft that I own. I got like 600, 700 probably hours on it right now. I realize that's not a lot compared to some other people like that are really into like some games, but
Yeah, but it's
a lot
not
for
like
me.
it's a
But
story-driven game. It'd
if
be
they
weird.
come out with a better Fallout, closer to like a more refined, like what I was hoping for 76 was it was going to be multiplayer refined Fallout 4.
Hmm.
That's what I was hoping for, but it obviously wasn't that.
No,
Um,
no one really wanted it.
so if they come out with like more like RPG story refined Fallout 4, I'd do that game. But Fallout 4 is really my shit. And
Yeah.
People say Vegas and or New Vegas and
Oh, sorry.
3 are amazing, but I haven't played them, but I don't really have I have an interest, man. I just Fallout 4 is my thing, and I love it. And I want to play it on stream. That's my dream.
That's the dream. That's a good
the
dream.
stream.
That's the dream stream. Respectable dream stream.
Yeah.
So Xbox used to have a
I don't know.
feature.
I don't know if I do. I might do. I don't know if I do very hard or survival on that, because there's two difficulties that really anyone should be that you should only be playing on. Very hard, where it's basically you can like save at any point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the highest like damage like ratio shit.
Yeah.
And there's like the highest ratio of legendary spawns. But survival adds another layer, because you can't quick save. You can only save when you like sleep for 2 hours or something.
Yeah, I hate survival.
You have to stay fed and hydrated, and you can get like fucking diseases randomly, I think.
If you get hit, enemies will give you diseases. If you drink water that's like not purified, you'll get diseases.
Yeah.
Food. I played a playthrough of it. I got not very far in it. I couldn't do it. It's so tedious.
I might have beat the game technically on a survival game, but I don't know if I'd do survival or very hard. I'd probably let chat decide.
The best part of we were just talking about character creation in chat, and I
usually go with like just the standard shit, and like maybe add like tattoos or scarring, but that's it. I'm a basic bitch like that.
I can't stand when people make the characters ugly. I don't know why. It irks me.
I can't stand it either.
Haha, funny, ugly, haha. I don't know. I just find it stupid. So I'm just like, I actually like make the character, but I always make the same character, which is this. The names change, of course. Like it'll be like Bob or something. I know I'm not creative, but this is the same dude. He's always like this gruff dude with a big beard. Like always, and I don't know why. I'm like, in a survival scenario, like an apocalypse, I feel like this guy would survive, so I made him that. And that's like the whole. There it is. Gotcha. That's my thought process. But I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna transition because
probably should be our final topic, right? It's, or what's the time coming up on?
We're good on time. We're good on time.
Oh, all right.
Don't worry. I'll let you. Don't. I'm the captain. We're good on time. I'll let you know when we got to start wrapping up. Let's talk about real quick. We don't need to like delve deep into this, but Twitter. You have been quite active on Twitter lately, and do you want to talk about some of the stuff you've posted, like pictures of yourself? Very frequently, actually. Like, and it's always you deadpan in the mirror with your phone, and you're always like holding the phone, like you're like doing this sideways. It's the same pose every time, and you look like you're like. It's just like pain in your eyes, and I'm like, does he know that he looks like he wants to die? Like, what is the deal here? I'm like, I feel bad for the man. What? So you want to give some explanation to the people?
Oh, yeah. I haven't actually posted a selfie, quote unquote, in a hot minute. But when I was, I was feeling pretty shit still. I think. When was that? I forget.
The world needs to know, or
I think
the world needs to know when you feel like crap.
Yeah.
Woke up like this.
I think that was while I was doing 40-hour weeks at Price Chopper, and I was just dead as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And was just like, hey, I hope somebody is like, oh, he looks presentable.
You didn't look like you were like
and likes my selfie. That's all I wanted. One person to fucking like.
I don't.
Selfie. And finally, someone did, so I stopped.
There we go.
And that was that.
Well, I don't like posts like ever, so.
for other reasons, I've been I don't know, because in the morning before I go to work, I just scroll through Twitter, and sometimes I post, but mainly I post in the afternoon, just my thoughts on shit when I'm doing that.
I'm gonna pull up your Twitter.
You're not gonna show it, are you?
Bro, God. It's already linked in episode 3. Your Twitter was the only thing linked, I think. So the world already knows, bro. I'm not gonna show it. I'm gonna look through some of them.
I think the selfies, or like what I've like said recently.
There's a lot of like. So I love this GIF you posted, or this video of the guy like, I am not okay. I was like,
2 days ago.
I don't know. Yeah. It was on 420. Yeah.
The worst day. Yeah, I was having a bad day. Was that Monday? That was Monday.
Yes, that was Monday. Which is it's a Monday. It's acceptable. Mondays always suck.
I don't remember why I was having such a shit day, but oh yeah, and there were people comparing Rosa Parks to the COVID protesters, and I was just
what?
Like, wow.
Wait,
yes.
What is that? What was the comparison like?
They were saying, okay, here's the quote. White House advisor says people protesting stay-at-home orders are modern-day Rosa Parks. And I was just like, huh?
What is that?
I had to tweet about that.
That's so stupid. Dude.
And I was like, no.
Jesus Christ, man. These people are leading our damn country.
Yeah, and
fucking Christ.
That was basically my tweet. Like, this person is in the government.
This person has a position of power, and they said some of the dumbest shit I've ever.
Yeah, basically, I've been talking about politics and COVID shit because
they go hand in hand.
And then anime.
Yeah, no, dude, your Twitter is like a fucking hit the head every time, because it's either some super hot political takes, some I hate everyone, I just got off work and I hate humans takes, or ooh, look at this cute anime girl liked or retweeted a picture that's like some anime chick. It's like, it's so like there's these two poles. It's like happy-go-lucky, like weebing out, and then there's fuck the establishment. Like, I'm like, every time I see a tweet, I'm like, what's it gonna be? Roll the dice. What's it gonna be? It's funny. I love it. Never change. Keep doing it. It's great.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy.
Well, on the top,
I've only recently been more active since.
Yeah, I noticed.
School
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah,
Usually I just scroll through because I've got other shit to do than post on
mhm,
Twitter. But now I've got time to post a
yeah.
little extra minute or 5 minutes post.
Hmm. I wasn't able to connect though because a lot of your stuff was like complaining like I'm busy all the time. I got no time, and I'm sitting here like I'm bored as shit. I have all the time in the world. I spend copious amounts of time listening to podcasts and staring at the ceiling. Like my life is the epitome of boredom right now, and I'm like, what is he? What's he doing all day? It must be work. So I'm like, shit. I gotta get a job. So, and here
Did
we
you get
are.
a job because
No, no.
see what Max feels like.
it was like I gotta walk in his shoes. No, it was I actually had this job set up back when spring break originally started, before, right, it was the week right before quarantine, and I was gonna start May 10th.
Oh yeah, because you were filling out that form when I came over for D&D. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. uh I was gonna start May 13th, May 10th, 13th, I don't remember. Was like, oh well, I'm gonna be here. They canceled school. I'm gonna move it up to May, or not May. I'm gonna move it up to the 9th of whatever month it was. I think it was last. It was this month. Yeah, yeah. That would make no sense. Why would it be the 9th? Don't listen to me. I'm brain dead. I'm gonna move it to the 9th. And then my dad was like, "Well, you're not working. We're on quarantine. I don't want you bringing that shit to me. I don't want to get sick." And I'm like, "Dad, why don't you care about me?" He's like, "Fuck you." No, I'm joking. They didn't want me
Also, my
working.
dad.
My dad will treat me like that. They were like, "Yeah, whenever you get back from work, shower immediately, wash your hands." I'm like, "Shit, okay, goddamn." Uh, but he was like, "Well, I don't want you working." So I pushed it back to tomorrow,
Oh
and
no.
they went radio silent. They were pissed at me for pushing. I'm moving the start date twice, and I'm like, "I'm sorry. I, don't, I'm not gonna go against my dad. He's scary. like, like I ain't gonna do that." So yeah, it's yeah, that's where I started. That's why it's happening. I didn't look at your schedule and was like, I want to suffer too. No,
Gotcha.
I need money. I need money, and I can work because I'm doing nothing, so I'm gonna work. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
understandable.
I gotta be the big man here. I gotta jump topics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to, like, I already addressed it, so it ruined the segue. But I'm gonna be like, remember when I said Max tweets about anime and coincidence? We both watch it. Funny. Uh, whoa,
God.
woo, Tower of God. Okay, I gotta give some exposition here. I have been okay. I started reading Tower of God because it is a webtoon, and I got the app Webtoon.
Sorry, but you keep cutting out a lot for me.
Oh,
I don't know if
the
I should
recording
read
doesn't
for-
know. Okay, I started reading Tower of God way back. I don't remember year. I think it was like probably like 20. What are you typing? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. You just keep cutting out a lot for me.
Those little green bars at the bottom left under your friends list, are they red, green? What are they?
Mine's green.
Mine's green too. So I don't know. I think it's Discord being a retard. So how good do I sound right now?
Good.
Okay.
You've been good for a hot minute.
Okay. Don't worry about you. You sounded quite crisp the whole time.
All right.
So
all right.
let me rephrase what I was saying. I don't know how much you caught, so I'm going to say this for the third time. I have been reading Tower of God for quite a bit of time. I started reading it I'm talking like enunciating, trying to get Discord to realize I'm speaking.
Yeah.
So here's how it goes. I started reading it like, I don't know what year, probably like 2015, maybe even earlier than that.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
I wasn't reading it consistently to now, because
Yeah.
I got to, like, it's separated into seasons, the webtoon, and they call them episodes and seasons because that's how the app's laid out, because it's primarily an app, but you can do it I do it on the computer. And so I got to like the third season, and I just stopped reading it. Like I got busy or something, and then I liked it. I didn't drop it because I didn't like it. And then like recently, I saw, guys, hey, guess what? Crunchyroll be like, we're gonna make it a show, and I'm like, so I started rereading it, and now I'm like near the end of season 2, I think. So I'm not up to like date with all the cool shit like that's going on like in late end, but I've seen a lot. Like when I'm reading it, I remember shit while I'm reading it now. And the best part is watching it and watching how they changed all the annoying shit in the first couple of like as I said episodes, but the webtoon episodes. Like they skipped a bunch of just unneeded garbo, so that was good.
Gotcha. That's good.
Yeah, they streamlined it real nice. But yeah, so I have a history with this show, so I was hyped as fuck. And knowing Max is a weeb connoisseur, he knows there's good shit. He smells it and he goes,
Yeah.
"There's some good shit." And I was like, little tip from me to you: this new Tower of God thing, I can vouch for it. Shit's gonna be slapping fire.
So the reason I was gonna watch it is because last anime season, Crunchyroll did a collab. They didn't do an official collaboration with Webtoon, but I think it was a Webtoon. It was like some like it was like a detect. It's called Inspect. It was called Inspector.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like this detective like ghost thing. It was great. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, this stuff is kind of on the same line, you know. It's we're partnering with Webtoon and everything." And the first one was Tower of God, and it looked pretty fucking dope. So I was like, and then I looked through everything else, and everything else looked pretty fucking dope.
It does. This season is gonna be
like,
slapping.
No, and then all the next webtoon things they're adapting looked pretty cool as well. So I was like, shit. Well, Crunchyroll's partnering with Webtoon. You know, that'll be some solid content for each season. So might as well fucking watch them all.
Yeah.
So that's the story on how I found out about Tower of God, and I've been hyped as hell more and more every episode, every like week that it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I like the OP.
I don't mind it. It sounds a little.
You're kind of a little.
Well, so
specific or.
I have a special scenario. I'm unique. Not really, actually. I'm somewhat unique when it comes to the situation I'm in, and that's I have sisters, and they really fucking love K-pop. And the OP is by one of their favorite bands of K-pop. In case you didn't know. And holy shit. They blast this shit. Not that song, of course. They blast other like K-pop all day. I hear it all nonstop. So to me, that OP was just like a drill going in my fucking head.
Gotcha.
It was agony, the whole fucking thing. And it even wasn't even that bad. It's just knowing. I hated it just knowing it. Because it's in my fucking brain.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to anime and like Vocaloid. Like I've gotten a little into Vocaloid, and then K-pop as well, all day, 24/7. So
I don't know how you can do it, man.
vibe with that shit.
Shit. I just don't.
I like it.
I don't vibe with K-pop. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's just generic to me. But everyone has different tastes. I ain't roasting. The music's probably fine. It's just me. But other than the OP, the ED is not bad. I actually enjoy the ED. But
yeah, I mean, like I listen to the ED.
I let it play for like a minute and then I click off. But yeah, no. So that's my special.
Because it's just I think it's just Rachel laying down.
Well, I don't watch it. I'll click and go to Twitter. I'm just.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I've not seen it once. I just click off immediately and start like scrolling on Twitter and fucking around.
Yeah. I'm the type of guy that will like on the first episode of like an anime that I'm looking forward to, and then I'll like fully watch an episode. So I'll like watch all the way through the OP, all the way through the episode, and all the way through the ED until like it just stops at the end.
Yeah.
So the ED leaves the song is meh, and then the visuals are just Rachel laying down.
Yeah, it's
Some
basic.
grass.
You could tell where all their fucking money went. Jesus Christ, that animation.
Yeah, with the actual episode.
Fucking Christ. I watched, dude.
The actual episode in the OP's got some pretty nice cuts.
As a fan of the series, I'm not like a hardcore crazy fan. I just liked the series. As a casual fan,
it's got a nice crisp. I don't know. It's not crisp, but it's like kind of like on the edge, like between like you know how you would like. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it, but like kind of like
how it looks or
rough. It's kind of like in between rough. Like the line work is what really gets me.
Yeah. It's
going because it looks rough, but it's like sharp and clean.
Yes. It's
if
like
you know what I'm
if
talking about.
you pause the stills, the lines aren't. They look like they're wiggly. Like it's not a like computer drawn like a whoop. It is, but they emulated like a pencil streak or like a marker streak. Like it has like imperfections in the line art, and it's really thick. It's thick line art.
It's really nice.
It looks nothing like the actual webtoon in any way, but it works perfectly. So I love it. I don't care.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm really digging the art in it.
Yeah. I was expecting generic ass animation, cheap level, because I was like, oh well, they're not gonna put all into this. Like, I just didn't expect them to.
If there's an anime that's coming out right now that's got like some nice artwork, it's gonna be Tower of God.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that I'm watching that
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's actually before we talk more about Tower of God, I just want to mention that there's a fair bit of just quality shows out this season.
Like right now?
Yeah, that are airing this season, and there's not a single for what I'm watching. There's not a single like shit tier show. Like,
that's
like 3.
It's a bold claim.
I don't know. I don't watch everything every season, but I watch a good majority. And you know, there hasn't been like something that I'll watch through and then score 3. I mean, there's been stuff that I didn't like the whatnot and just dropped it.
Yeah, I'm not as in like
There's a fair bit of quality shows coming out right now.
Yeah, I'm not as.
Oh, and if you like,
deep.
I don't know. I was after the first episode. The show that I'm talking about now. After the first episode, I kind of like didn't watch it for a couple weeks, but it's called Gleipnir. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Gleipnir.
Gleipnir.
Gleipner.
IR.
I don't fucking know. Gleipnir? I have no fucking clue.
I don't know, but it's actually got some bomb ass fight scenes in it.
Huh.
It's kind of like it's a bit of a horror, like kind of scary.
Horror with fights. Unique.
It's not like horror, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of like metal, bloody. I don't know. Edgy.
Edgy is probably the proper term.
Yeah, it's edgy. But it's got some dope ass fights.
Huh.
And they're really good. Like I watched a video. Somebody commented on it, and I agree. and they said it's got, they really like show, and you can really like feel the weight of everything, which is like kind of unusual for
I know what you mean.
even like live action and animated. Like you can really like feel and like every punch that is thrown.
Yeah.
Like the second, if you just want to see the fight, it's the second episode. So and it's probably on like there's probably like clips of it, but it's really good.
Yeah, they do that with like proper sound and good like physics. It's 2D animation. It's hard to emulate physics, but that's how you do something like that.
They do it.
So you cut out? What'd you say?
In the like 500, the first test or whatever episode, they did the like small fights pretty good.
What are you talking about? You jumped
in Tower of God.
Okay, there was a cutout. I was like, you just stopped, and then all of a sudden, in the first test episode, there was some pretty good. I'm like, what? Yeah, no, you're right. They lingered.
They did like the interspersed fights pretty good, I think.
The first test in the actual thing, they cut out the best part. I'm going to tell you what it is because it's not a spoiler. The best part is it didn't happen in the show because, I don't know, I guess they don't want the character to be haha funny. But what's her name? I can't remember her name. The princess.
Yeah.
It starts with a Y. I don't remember. I haven't.
Yuri.
Her. In the thing, she steps on his face. Like she jumps onto him, and like fucking lands on his face and knocks him over. Yeah, I don't. It didn't happen in the show, right? I don't remember. I'm not weird. I'm pretty sure they didn't happen.
Yeah. After the thing with that, I forget what it was, but that ball and him cutting the thing and that monster thing. After the test with that, and then the guy with the little pole and then the balls on it, that looks weird. After that test, she doesn't show anymore so far.
Yeah. They cut out
the first.
What?
To get it down to 200.
Oh, you cut out again. What were you saying? Hello? You cut out. I didn't hear what you say.
She doesn't show up during the part where Bam meets the crocodile man. I forget his name.
Yeah. No, she's not there. Not in the webtoon either. She kind of disappears for a bit. But yeah, no, it's so far I'm pleased. I'm pleased with what they've done. As someone who's read it, I can tell you, shit gets lit.
In the fourth episode,
jumping into spoiler territory. All beware. What happens in the fourth episode?
We've both seen it.
Well,
spoiler
hypothetical alert. Someone doesn't see it and then watches this episode of the podcast.
Spoiler alert for the fourth episode of Tower of God. All right.
I already knew what was going to happen, so I know all this shit.
I don't know if I want you to answer this question, but
I will let you know.
Actually, Rachel, I don't know if you should answer that.
Let me think about whether or not it'll matter. It doesn't matter. Yes, it is Rachel. It doesn't matter. It's not. It was essentially told.
I was pretty sure. Like even like at the beginning, I was like, yeah, that's fucking Rachel. No doubt about it.
It is.
But then I was like, it didn't quite hit me how like fucking heartless she turned into quite yet. So they kind of just dropped that bomb at the end of the episode, and I didn't have time to comprehend it at all.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Yeah, they did that ending really well. They ended at a good spot for that episode.
Yeah, I know, but I would. What I'm saying is, I would have liked it to like emotionally hit me more, because I feel like that's a big thing. Like being.
Dude, I can barely speak because anything else will spoil. And there's so much crazy shit happening, like in the next 2 episodes. Like I don't want, like, I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I know where the season is gonna end off. I know exactly where because they're gonna do it the same way. They're gonna do season 1 and season 2. That's almost 100%. If they don't do it like I'm thinking, where they end it at the same point as the webtoon seasons ended, it'd be weird.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But from the pacing at the end, like, bro, I don't like, bruh, it gets fucking woo, bro. I don't know, man. Like, when I read it for a second time, I was like, fuck. I was like, I already know what happens, and I'm like, shit, man.
I mean,
shit slaps.
I'm liking the power system so far.
It's
not it's not at Hunter x Hunter level for me yet, but it's like better than all this other shonen crap. Like Black Clover.
It's not called magic for the first time in like ever.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it. It's the water of the gods, and like how they say it every time. It just fucking turns me on. It's
they
like
don't
the Misu Kami or something. I forget how they say it, but it's great.
It's the fucking Shinsu is what they call it in the webtoon for the first 2 seasons. They do not depict it in that way, particularly as water. It's like balls of energy. But I like how they did, because it's way more interesting than the webtoon. The webtoon is just like a blue ball or something next to him, because like they'll shoot it, like you've seen in episode 4, that guy fucking shoots it, and it looks like you shoot water out of his hands, because it's like a more denser version of what's already in their world, like their air. It's how they're able to breathe and shit, as he explained in like episode 2. Like,
yeah, like they've
cool.
all got like,
yeah,
it's like
mm-hmm.
It's a ball of like the water. It densely packs the water and then like shoots it out.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like stuttering right now. I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to like figure out like how the whole like world, like, if they're, I don't quite understand, like, is just everything in the tower, or is there like a world outside the tower?
There is.
I'm assuming right now that like the whole world is in the tower, but
I don't quite know. I believe it's answered later, but my hypothesis from what they've said is that the whole like world that they know is in the tower. But as he said, Leiroro explains when he's talking to Bam, or whatever they call him. I think they say Bame or Bomb or something. I call him Bam. When he was talking to him, he explained like the people in the outer tower. So what I believe is that there's an inner tower that people do the tests and they do the fucking trials and shit and go to the floors. And then there's like an outer tower that's still in the tower that is just like a normal world, and it's in this big ass fucking building. And I think that's how it works. And I think that there's probably a world, like, I haven't gotten that far in the webtoon, but I have a feeling that they're going to explore outside of even that. Which they might not. They might contain it, because when they contain it, it kind of keeps everything very like standard. You know, like the powers work the same everywhere. It makes sense. But
yeah,
I can say.
But I like how the power system works with like the 13 weapons. We just like got a taste of that. In the 4th episode with like the one of the 13, like the Green April, I think.
Yes, Green April and the Black March.
Yeah, I'm loving the weapon power system with that, and then I'm loving the magic, which is like controlling the innate water in the air, the water of the gods. It sounds so fucking cool, man.
Dude.
and like it's cool, like, because like
Yeah.
there was the one sleepy guy who could just do it, and then there was Leroro who could just do it, and then there was this girl who just got a fucking wand and was doing it. So that was cool.
Yeah, there's like magic
know?
items and stuff like that.
I cannot wait to
They get in
see
depth with
more
it.
in the episodes, and when the show ends, read the webtoon.
I don't know how I can word this, but as you compared it to Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. Obviously, you don't have like a fucking aura or whatever. Like they just fucking summon it.
It's got a unique. It's got a unique and cool like.
Have they told you
from shonen?
Have they told you what the fucking what the balls are called yet? I don't want to tell you if they haven't told you what the balls are. You know, he summoned the ball in his hand and then he shot it. That ball has a name. Did they say that? I don't remember.
No.
Like he went like this, like the sleepy dude, and then they shot it, but he had the ball. That ball has a name, and it's like the basis for their power system. And it gets Hunter-esque with like categories. You know, there's like categories like in Hunter x Hunter, like the fucking you can like enhance your hand or you can like shoot it. It gets similar. Yeah. Very similar. Actually, like kind of like comparably the same. But they have a cool system that they add to it that has to do with those balls and how many balls you can use, and that gets very important later on in like season 2. Like it won't even be animated yet. Like later on they explain, like they wait a while, kind of like in Hunter x Hunter, to like get really in depth, but they'll explain it.
Yeah.
In the next couple of episodes when they categorize everyone, it'll make a lot of sense how it works, but it gets cool.
But yeah, I mean, I just compared it to Hunter x Hunter because it's got a different and cool like power, like magic and like cool swords, you know, power system thing.
Yeah.
Which is you don't see that, like, I guess it's not technically a manga, it's a webtoon, so it doesn't like follow all like the manga tropes, but it can. Since the webtoon author can do whatever they want, right? But it's just refreshing to see something not shonen-esque.
Mm-hmm. When you're reading it, it doesn't feel like a manga. It doesn't. It feels like its own thing because it doesn't follow. The closest trope it follows is that it's essentially a shonen. But other than that, it has like its own feel, and I think it's because it's not Japanese. All the names, especially, they're fucking good because they're not like, I can't remember Japanese names for the life of me. Shit, I have no fucking clue.
If I didn't watch so many shows, I could, but I watch too many fucking shows. I can't remember shit
like
for names unless they're like good names and I'm interested in the show. You know, like Bam and Coon. And I can't remember the alligator guy's name, but
it's just Rack, R-A-K.
Coon calls him the alligator. So
there is most characters in this show, their name is like one syllable, like Bam, Coon, Rack, like, and it's done very well.
Why make a fucking complicated ass name when you got fucking Bam as your name?
There are well. They never said Bam's real name. It's not a thing. Dude, his full name in the webcomic is the 25th Bam. The 25th Bam. It's the whole phrase.
That's his name.
That's his whole name. They shorten it to Bam because it's tedious to say the 25th Bam. That's because Bam also means knight. So his name is the 25th Knight. But they just shorten it. And it also means like chestnut in fucking Korean or whatever. So they change it. Also, Rachel, I don't know if you noticed it, they keep saying Rahel.
Yeah.
That's because they're referencing the biblical name. Because Rachel comes from Rahel or whatever, and that's a biblical name. And so that's what the author originally intended, but he didn't know how to write it, so he wrote Rachel. So they're saying whatever, Rahel, I can't say it. but in the subs it says Rachel because everyone knows it is Rachel. But it was purposely done like that, and they cut out the 25th part because it's just a tedious thing that they bring up like twice in the entire story. But it's cool that his name is the 25th.
Gotcha.
Bam.
Well, I'm glad to know that. That's fun. Thank
Yeah, it's a cool little tidbit. Like it happens like in season 2 later on. There's a little like a joke about it, like haha, that's your name. It's funny, but they probably will just. It's never an important story beat, like as far as I know.
Gotcha.
I don't even know where it came. I don't think they even explain why his name is that. Like I think it's just his name. But I'm just so hyped, dude. I'm hyped to see how they do shit because from what I can tell, from how they're doing it and the pacing, there's some cool shit coming. A lot of cool stuff.
I'm excited.
And
excited, definitely.
It's funny. Some of it's really funny. So
yeah, I'm really gearing up to give it a 10 out of 10 right now.
You know what pisses me off, dude? That it's not gonna cover my favorite part. Because that's season 2 stuff. Dude. I'm telling you, okay. When this is done, season 1, depending on its success, they may or may not animate season 2. And if they do,
I really hope they do.
I will literally nut as soon as I hear that. You have no idea how fucking good season 2. Imagine what it is now story-wise, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. Times 10, bro. Shit gets complicated, intense, cool. Like the powers get more complicated, more in depth. Like everything gets cooler. It's so much better. They do dope stuff.
I mean, it sounds great, but I can't help but compare it to Hunter x Hunter because it sounds
it's
like
very
the most
similar
thing.
But
it's kind of like they do all those shit and then bam, Chimera Ant arc and everything.
Well,
is awesome.
It's not okay.
It's not like an arc thing, but you know, it's
I wouldn't
whatever. But
I don't know how to accept. So I know I've watched Hunter x Hunter, and I know what you're saying, but it's not story-wise very different.
Yeah,
the way it rolls out, the power system is similar, and the way the characters, like the dynamics, are kind of similar. Other than that, it's pretty different. And what happens?
I'll stop.
No, I'm not like offended. I'm just like letting you know that like don't get disappointed. It's not like that later on. But season 1 is good. It's no one says it's bad. But
Hunter, then it did a damn good job.
No one says season 1 is bad of Tower of God, like the reading part. No one. But there's everyone who's read the rest of it, it's the weakest one. That's how fucking good shit gets later on. Like I'm talking like plot threads that like you don't think they'd touch, but they do, and it's like really cool. And like cool shit. Like like, and I'm like, please be popular so they animate season 2, please, because I need to see my boy in season 2 because he gets cooler. So, and so does Coon. Coon gets cooler too.
Well, it's got an 8 score on Mal. 30,000 users.
No, it's good.
Have scored it. I don't know about. Yeah, I mean, I just hope Crunchyroll keeps pushing it more and people get more hype about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty much a successful thing already if they keep up what they're doing. You know, I don't know.
There shouldn't be any problems ahead.
There shouldn't be any problems, but you know, as Crunchyroll's got they're doing other things. They're not gonna do a season 2 immediately.
Yeah.
Of Tower of God.
I wouldn't think so.
Because they've got like all the rest of the ones that that they got lined up, but. still have to go through all that and see, because I don't think any like other animation studio like who's
fuck my nose, man.
Telecom. I've not heard of them. That's who's making it.
Yeah, I watched a video.
I don't know if a legit like anime studio would pick up season 2 after it ends.
I assume it'd be the same people.
But yeah, if it's the same people and they're not doing the subsequent Crunchyroll and Webtoon collaborations, then I don't see why they do a season 2. I mean, it's gonna be profitable. I mean, I'd buy some Tower of God merch, I think.
I don't know if that exists. Shit, I don't even know. Yeah, it probably doesn't exist.
That's how things make money, you know.
Yeah, Blu-ray sales as well.
Blu-ray sales. I mean, it's not a manga, so they're not publishing books. But you know, I mean, I'm hopeful. I will read it though. Definitely. And if reading it's all I get after season 1, you know, I'm fine.
No,
but
it is the reading. It's really good too. So, I'm used to, you know, like long ass waits. Like, bro, I'm gonna be fucking sitting here on my ass when I'm like 30 and they're gonna announce part 6 animated of JoJo. I'm gonna be fucking like 30 years old. Like, shit. It's successful. They made the money, but it takes them like 5 years to make the damn show. So, like, I'm used to it. I can wait if it takes them years. I'm not pressuring anything. I'm not like, it's not like My Hero. They can't pump that shit out like every other season or whatever. Like, the way it's animated, that shit probably takes forever. Like, I'm just happy if they stop.
I'm caught up on the manga of My Hero, so I'm not even gonna. I don't think I'm gonna. I might like watch like the fights, the clips of the fights, but I'm not gonna watch the actual season.
My Hero's boring.
I can't.
No, I get bored of it.
Yeah, I'd recommend just if you have any interest left in it, just pick up where the show left off in the manga. Because you can roll through the manga so much faster.
I don't know. I lose. I'm like one of those people where I started watching it. I can't just start reading it. I actually have to watch it till it's over. Like, jumping mediums doesn't do too well. Like, I did that with JoJo, but JoJo's unique. It's not one consistent thing. It kind of cuts it up. But like other stuff, like I just can't do it. Like I tried to read I forgot. I tried it before. I can't do it. And I don't know. I'll probably just have to stick with it. I was getting bored with it. I still tuned in every fucking week. I was like, yeah, I got nothing to do. I'm about to go to bed. I'll watch it. And I'd watch it and go, and then I'd go to bed. That was the extent. The last episode, I was like, oh, that fight was pretty cool. Went to bed. I was like,
I mean, like that fight they did it justice to the manga, but you know, I mean, if the rest of the show is just gonna be the rest of the show and a solid 7 out of, like, I mean, I guess it's a solid 7 out of 10. I think the rest of the show fights maybe 8, 9, but it's not. There's not frequent enough fights to bump it up past a 7 or an 8.
The reason I stick with that shit.
I get like it's better than a lot of the shonens coming out now. I should watch it, but you know, I'm caught up with the manga. I don't really give a shit. Same thing with One Piece. I mean, I can't watch it. I can't watch the show anymore. I just can't. I won't.
I started it.
In fact, yeah, you should. You should just, if you want the actual One Piece experience, go and like. No, if you legit,
I'm not gonna read it. It ain't happening.
No.
I don't got the attention span. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna experience One Piece, it's going to be watching it. I can't read shit that long.
I'm sorry, but I hate you for that because the One Piece is best experienced as a, in my opinion.
I'm sure you're correct, but I can't.
And
it's too long. My attention span is too short.
In my opinion, if you can get like a hard copy to read, the hard copy's better than reading it on your phone.
It ain't gonna happen.
He does Oda's a great artist and story writer.
Mm-hmm.
But he does like 3/4, like he does weird like panels, like it's not just like page and page. He does like 3/4 of a page, like some like 3/4 of a, like if you got the book open, right?
Yeah.
He does 3/4 like as a panel, like, and then and two, like it's he, and then his like stuff flows really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
I'm not good at explaining it, but you know, I assure you, it's best read.
I'm sure, but it's one of those things where it just ain't gonna happen.
Gotcha.
Like it's just
that's
too much effort for media to consume. Like I enjoy turning something on, laying back, and just watching it. And if I have to read something, I don't like it being some sprawling ass shit.
I hope you got your trigger finger ready on the fast forward button because there's a lot of unnecessary filler. There's a
probably.
There's a lot.
Hey man, I watched every last bit of Gintama, and that's like 80% filler. So, well. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh. Fucking Christ. Hello?
Hello.
Fucking Christ, Discord twice. Goddamn. Okay. Did you hear where did you hear where I ended off?
Shit. Probably something about it's just not gonna happen.
What I remember is I was talking about filler, and I was like, well, I watched all of Gintama, and that was like 80% filler.
And then I said I should watch Gintama.
Yeah. So you haven't seen it?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I've seen like clips,
dude,
sometimes of like the funny bits, but
holy shit. I've never I have to preface this. I've never laughed watching anime, like ever. Like literally ever. It's not something about it. I'll go like this. That's about it. And I don't know why. I think the humor it doesn't get to me. The Japanese humor tends to not hit with my fucking twisted dark sense of humor. I fucked up shit that I laugh at. It doesn't hit.
Yeah, I don't think
the only show that I would watch in every episode if it was a joke episode, which I would fucking laugh my ass off with, like every episode of Gintama, man. That shit is hilarious. I love it, and it's fucking cool. I highly recommend it. It feels like it's 80% filler, but it's actually not. It's all canon, which makes it even better. It starts out episodic, like it makes no sense, nothing connects, and then it has some cool arcs that like all connect and they make you in your feels. And then there's like cool battles and shit. Like, bro, it's fucking good. Please watch it. Highly recommend it. It's long as fuck. It doesn't end either. Like it just stops for some reason. It just stops.
What's it got, like 400 episodes right now?
I don't remember. I believe it's somewhere around there, but they're meta as.
I finished all of Naruto. I skipped all the filler.
Well, Gintama, there's
everything sucked after Pain, but
I never watched that because
that's the long
fuck
story
that noise
short on Naruto.
I'm just saying, do not skip a single episode of Gintama, unless it's like one of those ones that's like they'll do these things where it's like a rerun, but with better animation because the show's old as fuck, and so the beginning episodes are square, the aspect ratio. because they're on
Oh,
old TVs
yeah.
and shit, and they'll redo some episodes with like better animation, like they reanimate it. But bro, every episode's a bop. There's not one bad episode. It's all fucking hilarious. Yeah, just
All right.
how and the OPs, all of
Well,
them slap. All of them slap. Fuck, I could rant about this forever, but we're running out of time.
yeah, it's midnight. And really go to sleep.
Yeah, I need to
Gotta
too.
get up at
So
7. And you got to get up at 7 for your
I'm
night.
getting up at 6:50, bro. 10 minutes earlier. But is there anything? Sorry to cut it off, but is there anything you want to
Last
say to the
minute.
people? Sorry for me ranting about Gintama and Tower of God, but this shit
No
hits.
problem.
So
It was fun. Nice long 2-hour session.
not that long.
Follow me on my Twitter, yo, and my Twitch. That's about it. It was fun being on here.
I'll link them. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I forgot my podcast existed like for 2 days. So I was like, I'm missing something. Oh yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on pretty much last minute. I'll link everything down below, and yeah, check out my Twitch too. I'm gonna start streaming, as I said earlier. Shit's gonna bop. So yeah,
Bye.
bye.